to get all of us down to Hobart to try and see these idiots. But anyway, thanks Mick, appreciate that. Now there's another lady that I need to actually thank, and that's Daniel Blood from the Examiner, who's been working tirelessly behind the scenes. And then there's Anna from the ABC radio station. I'd like to thank Anna because of the coverage that she's been giving this particular cause all the way through. And we can't forget our old Win and Southern Cross TV. Without them, I'm sure we wouldn't have got the exposure, and hopefully we can keep on getting that exposure to push this further forward so that we can get a resolution and get Doc back in the saddle as quickly as we can. Good on you. Anyway, that's it from me. I can assure you these resolutions will be attended to promptly, and they'll be sent down, and they'll be organised, and we're going to keep going until we get them back, folks.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you have a comment?
Can you, while we've got all these folks here, can we get an explanation why the ambulance is going back to the hospital when that had already been done, and is that going to continue?
Is there anybody who can answer that?
I don't have the details.
Well, it's interesting because when Sue raised it in Parliament the other day, the day that Noel Whelan's case was in the paper, and the same day the doctors, put the letter together, Minister Lara Giddings very quickly said the most appropriate facility. Now that hadn't been the policy. Well, it had been for 30 years, and then a new policy came in about 12 months ago that was never ratified. When Dad sent the ambulance to the LGH on those 2 occasions, it was overridden by a non-medical person and sent to the North East Side of the Royal Hospital. That's a disgraceful thing to do from a bureaucrat.
We'll get the policy. We'll get the policy.
Can we look into it
We need
immediately?
to know as a community what the policy is.
And can we get it cleared up? Because if Paul says we go to Launceston, that's where we need to go.
That's right.
We're still waiting for the policy.
Yeah, the policy is still being talked about, at least, as far as the Minister's office is concerned. The AMA are furious about it because you can't have non-medical person basically overriding the doctor's decision. So the AMA are backing the fact that if a GP says the ambulance ought to head to the LGH, that's the way it ought to be. But yeah, it's still being sorted out.
So can I just say something on that? Years ago my father had heart problems. If what was happening today happened years ago, he would not be here. If he had to go to Scottsdale Hospital and stay straight through to town as Dr McGinity sent him through from Branksome, straight through, he would not be here today.
So it's scary.
It's scary.
And I should think that non-medical people who do the overriding could very well leave themselves at huge legal risk. That doesn't get your loved one back though, but they need to be made aware that that possibility is.
Excuse me, but then they probably only know what they've been told as well.
They're following orders.
They're following orders, so we've got to be fair. Yeah, they might be the scapegoats, but they probably are only obeying what they've been told. Yes, no more.
That's called the Belson excuse.
A GP that doesn't know the history of a patient override the GP that does know the history of that patient.
I think it seems not only Dr Paul, but this community is suffering from the incompetence in the health bureaucracy. And without any further ado, unless there's people who have something to say.
What happens now if we ring 000? Can we ask to go direct to Launceston?
You'll probably get somebody in Melbourne who want to send you to Wagga.
We're in Clark, so I'd rather go to Wagga